So in this first, the C and the O part, they are polar. You can see where the arrows are going in different directions. So his electron density is going here, and they're all like sitting on the oxygen. And this is actually at an angle here that's bent. And yeah, that does look like that's polar. This next one, they're all evenly spread out. You can see how these arrows, they're all going all in the same direction. They're all the same. There's not like a big blank spot. That's nonpolar. This is also nonpolar because they're the same atoms. So this is nonpolar. You can see that there are 3 bonds. And again, like if you imagine a triangle, and if the negativity is on all 3 corners, then the boat is not sinking. When the boat sinks is when it's polar. And then in this next picture, again, they're evenly placed across the atom, across the molecule. So that's nonpolar. And then in this case, okay, I put it in here, but this isn't nonpolar. This should be polar, but the reason it's polar is because of that lone pair. So this is something that's bent. So it looks like this, only all the atoms are the same. So if this atom is the same, I'm going to make it like red. So if that atom is red and this atom is red, then we're not really dealing with much in terms of polarity going on in that bond and this bond. Like there's no polarity to those bonds, but there's a lone pair. And so the lone pair has an area on the top, kind of aroundish the molecule, but there's a section right down here that isn't. So anyways, this one is polar. And then if we look at the next few, yes, this one is polar. Again, it's the lone pair that affect things. This has different atoms, so that's going to be polar. This has different atoms, so that's going to be polar. No lone pairs, all the same atoms, and it's trigonoplanar, so that's nonpolar. We have a lone pair and several atoms, and so that lone pair is going to make us polar. And then lastly, we just have 2 different elements, so that's going to be polar. And now the chart is finally filled out with a lot of information to hopefully help you.